Welcome back to Arsenal News TV. Today, we've got some exciting news for Arsenal supporters. The Gunners are on the lookout for a replacement for Thomas Partey, and it seems like they may have found their ideal candidate. Let's dive into it. Arsenal has a crucial task at hand, finding a suitable replacement for Thomas Partey, whose fitness is becoming a growing concern as he enters the final phase of his career at the age of 30. But fear not, Gunners fans, as it appears Arsenal has a plan in motion. According to Chris Wheatley on Shotst, Arsenal is very keen on securing the services of Brazilian midfielder Douglas Luiz as the perfect successor to Thomas Partey. Wheatley reveals that both EDU and Mikel Arteta are admirers of Luiz, seeing him as the ideal candidate to fill the void left by Partey's injury struggles. Wheatley shares his insights, stating, as a Brazilian midfielder, EDU is Brazilian and a big admirer of the player, as is Mikel Arteta, has kind of seen as an ideal replacement for Thomas Partey, who has had a series of injury problems over the past few years. While Arsenal may view Luiz as the perfect replacement for Partey, some argue that he might be an even better fit for Granit Xhaka's role. Luiz's style of play, characterized by freedom to roam and late arrivals in the penalty area, mirrors Xhaka's strengths. This could potentially make Luiz an excellent successor to Xhaka, creating a formidable midfield partnership with Declan Rice, who could fill in Partey's shoes. Regardless of the position he's considered for, the prospect of signing Luiz from Aston Villa is undoubtedly an exciting rumour for Arsenal supporters. However, as with any transfer, it won't be an easy task. So, there you have it, Arsenal fans, the latest buzz surrounding the Gunners' pursuit of Douglas Luiz as the ideal replacement for Thomas Partey. What are your thoughts on this potential transfer? Do you think Luiz is the missing piece to Arsenal's midfield puzzle? Let us know in the comments below.
We've got some concerning news for Arsenal followers regarding our next headline. Mikel Arteta is facing a defensive challenge as Jurrien Timber remains sidelined with a serious knee injury. Let's delve into the details. Jurrien Timber, the 22-year-old Dutch defender, has been out of action since August due to an anterior cruciate ligament injury, sustained during Arsenal's 2-1 victory over Nottingham Forest. This unfortunate setback came just as Timber was making his Premier League debut following a £38.5 million transfer from Ajax in July. The versatile defender, signed for his ability to play across the backline, offered crucial options to Mikel Arteta at centre-back and in both full-back positions. Unfortunately, Timber's injury has cast doubt on his return for the 2023-24 season, prompting Arsenal to consider reinforcements in the January transfer market. ACL injuries are notoriously lengthy in recovery, and reports from the Netherlands suggest Timber may not be back in action until pre-season for the 2024-25 campaign. With 2024 Euros kicking off on June 14th, Timber's chances of representing the Netherlands seem slim, adding to the complications for both club and player. Arsenal invested significantly in Timber during the transfer window, and his absence on his Premier League debut dealt a major blow to Arteta's plans for the season. The Gunners, having sent Kieran Tierney out on loan, now face a shortage of options at full-back. Takahiro Tomiyasu, Oleksandr Zinchenko, and the less favored Cedric Soares are the only specialists in the squad, while Ben White has solidified his position at right-back. Arteta may look to address these defensive gaps in January, especially with Timber's uncertain return timeline. The article also mentions Arteta's openness to market movements, stating, "I cannot control anything that is not here," emphasizing the need for adaptability in response to injuries and market opportunities. So, Arsenal fans, what are your thoughts on the potential defensive signings in January? Do you think the Gunners should reinforce their backline to cover for Jurrien Timber? Share your opinions in the comments below. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing situation.
Regarding our next headline, we've got the latest scoop on the transfer front, and it involves AC Milan's genuine interest in Arsenal's Jakub Kiwior. Let's break down the details. AC Milan is eyeing Arsenal's Jakub Kiwior as a potential addition to strengthen their defense in the upcoming January transfer window. The Serie side has been actively pursuing defensive reinforcements, and Kiwior has emerged as one of their prime targets, as reported by various Italian media outlets. In addition to shoring up their defense, AC Milan is also on the lookout for a new attacker, with Lille's Jonathan David being considered as an option. Football agent Luigi Matricano shared his views on these potential signings in an interview with Mercato. Matricano stated, "They both could be useful to Milan. Kiwior already knows our championship, he plays little at Arsenal, it could be a possible solution. Jonathan David is an important player. Milan have Giroud, who is 37 years old. They need a player like that, but you need a fair offer." It's important to note that Matricano does not represent Jakub Kiwior, and was offering his perspective on how these signings could benefit AC Milan in the winter market. Jakub Kiwior, signed by Mikel Arteta's side from Spezia at the beginning of the year, has struggled to secure a regular spot in Arsenal's starting lineup, making only 7 league starts. This situation has caught the attention of AC Milan, prompting them to consider a move for the Polish international in the upcoming transfer window. MCZYK.pl reports that Milan's interest is not just speculation. They have sent a scout to observe Kiwior in action during this month's international break. However, a potential deal faces complications as Arteta is reportedly against Kiwior's departure in January. Arsenal is said to believe that sending the Pole out on loan would make little sense for them. So, football fans, what are your thoughts on AC Milan's interest in Jakub Kiwior? Do you think a January move would benefit both the player and the Serie side? Share your opinions in the comments below. Stay tuned for more updates as this transfer saga unfolds.
Regarding our final headline, we have some concerning news for Arsenal as their 50 million star, Ben White, is set to undergo a late fitness test ahead of the upcoming clash against Brentford. Let's get into the details. Arsenal defender Ben White, a key figure in Mikel Arteta's squad, since his 50 million move in 2021, is reportedly facing a muscle injury concern, with the Gunners gearing up for a Premier League showdown against Brentford this weekend. White's fitness is now under scrutiny. Football London has shed light on the squad's fitness and injury situation, emphasizing that White has been struggling with a muscle injury and is currently being assessed ahead of the Brentford fixture. Despite being a consistent presence in the Arsenal backline, accumulating over a century of competitive appearances, White's recent absence was notable. He missed Arsenal's last game before the November international break, a 3-1 victory over Burnley. In response to White's absence, Arteta revealed, yesterday in training he wasn't comfortable. He didn't look right, but Ben won't give you much. He always wants to be on the pitch, and he wants to hide anything that isn't there. The manager further explained the decision to protect White, stating, "We highlighted something happening there that we noticed in the last 2 weeks as well. We wanted to protect him today. It was the right call from the physios in the medical department, and tomorrow we will assess him and understand what's happening." White, who initially faced criticism after a challenging debut against Brentford, has since become a linchpin for Arsenal, excelling in both central defense and right-back positions. With the international break providing a recovery period, hopes are high that White will pass the late fitness test and reclaim his spot in the starting sheet this weekend. Arsenal fans, how crucial is Ben White to the team's defensive setup? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for updates on White's fitness ahead of the Brentford clash. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, come on you Gunners!